чё, блядь? Я с ребенком, ты не видишь, сука? Все хорошо? Все, проезжайте здесь же. Ты не видишь, я с ребенком, сука?
Hello and welcome to Crack Fu. You might hear my parakeet Tootie in the background. Inherited this bird. She lives in here, it's why I haven't been recording in here much recently. It's her room now. Let's go with it. Right, I have been following a page called Fights Uncensored on Facebook, and for the most part, it's just people in car parks, in schoolyards, in toilets even. It's like bad MMA. They'll both start from a distance. They both like know what's going on. It's yeah, either bad MMA, bad boxing, depending on the rule set that they kind of agreed on. Now, the videos that get the most criticism for being boring, I have actually found the most interesting in terms of viewing them from a self-defense perspective, and that's what I want to deal with here. There's not much context for this video provided. A lot of people in the comment section are saying this guy with like the moped electric bike kind of looking thing is driving in an area that he shouldn't be. I mean, that's a typical kind of Deliveroo cyclist, let's face it. And then there's this guy who's got a pram, young child in there. He's confronting the guy because he's obviously upset about it. Let's take a look. So here he is. So from a start position, from a self-defense position, let's for now not worry about who's at fault. Let's just concentrate on what's going on. The guy in the white, right, his missus is over to the left of him. He has a pram and he's confronting this guy right to the right of him. First thing about self-defense, the most important thing for you if you are with your child is your child, right? I mean, for me, I wouldn't even bother with this guy. I would get my child out of danger. At the very least, if I feel like I've got to confront him, if I feel like he is a danger to my child, I am, first of all, getting the pram to my missus and telling her to get out of there. Just go, don't look back, go, I'll catch up with you later, right? Do not confront people whilst you've got one hand on your child's pram. I can't even begin to tell you the consequences if a scuffle breaks out. You land on that pram, you tip that pram over, you end up rolling around on top of that pram. It's mind-boggling that this guy even decided to do this. Don't let your anger win. Think of the safety of the people around you. Number one rule of self-defense, basically, is to defend yourself and others. That rant about that over, right? So he pushes this guy now confronts him, and at this point they're both on an equal footing. At this point, the guy on the left is kind of kept back. You know, he's been very aggressive while the guy was holding his bike up. Guys put the kickstand down, and now they're on an equal footing. They're way too close. Like, if one decides to lash out, you've got no time to defend yourself. Like, you need to create distance. You either need to step back, you need to push the guy back. This is not a good place to be for either of these people. Again, he's pushing the guy, The guy to the right, the guy in grey, is being way too passive in his defence here. What happens if you start to become passive, if your body language starts to show fawning, if you start to back away, what it does for an angry person is it emboldens them. Like, the guy in a white t-shirt, he just seems very, very angry. And I can't emphasise this enough either. Like, if someone is being angry and in your face, the worst thing you can do is to kind of shell up. It's only going to encourage them more. All right, guy in the red is stepping in to help diffuse the situation. I mean, he's grabbing the guy in grey. That shouldn't be doing that. If I'm the guy in grey, right, I am getting my bike. I'm not getting on it. I'm getting my bike and I'm going to go away. I'm going to get away from this situation as soon as possible. I am not going to stay here. At this point, there's no risk to the baby. There's no risk to the guy in white. The guy in white should be on his way. Now, to me, the guy in grey is the person who needs the self-defense training. He needs the self-defense awareness. He needs to get out of there. And I think this is the point where he should like go, look, I'm going, and just take off, get on that bike, start pushing it away. As soon as he's got distance, ride off on that bike, like get out of that situation. Let's carry on. Don't turn your back like this on anyone who you think could be about to hit you. Now, as you can see, the more the guy is acting like he doesn't want to fight, the more bold the aggressor gets. This is a bad position to be. He is now on the bike. He has no way to defend himself. And here we go. Guy feels emboldened. He knows that guy in grey can't defend himself, so he's jumping on him, being aggressive, seeing how far he can get. At this point, the guy in grey is showing that he has no willingness to stick up for himself. And all this does is emboldens the angry guy into threatening him more. And here we go, the attack starts. And because he's on the bike, he can't defend himself. In fact, the bike becomes a huge hindrance to his own balance, to his own safety. At this point, he should create distance, step back away from the bike, put the bike between him and this guy. They're now grappling, and he falls over his own bike. And there we see, as the guy moves forward to attack, guy in white backs off, right? Because he doesn't want to get hit. And it goes to show, like, if he had been more assertive from the beginning, if he'd have created distance, if he'd have stepped back, if he'd have told, you know, the guy to back off, to like, don't come near me, it would have made him think twice. Now, here we see the guy moves in to do some punches, and the victim, I'm calling him the victim in this, starts to shell up, turn around. Now, if you're trying to say guy in white's acting in self-defense of his child, which he clearly isn't, but if you're trying to use that argument, at this point, you can see that guy in grey is no threat to you. You are now assaulting him. This is assault. Again, guy in grey, he's turning round. He just doesn't want to be hit. If you're still carrying this on, you are not defending yourself. You are committing assault. Guy in grey, you know, anyone being attacked in this way. At this point, like, you might think you're actually going to come out of this better, you know, like, but he's lucky guy in white doesn't particularly know what he's doing and isn't fully willing to commit to an attack. This could have gone way worse for this guy. The people stepping in, they're not really doing a good enough job to step in fully, but I guess they're probably worried about being hit themselves. At this point, if I was the guy in grey, I would be using this time to try and remove myself from the situation. get your bike, get the hell out of there. And that's basically it for the situation. The lessons we can learn from it is you have to be assertive in these situations. You cannot de-escalate an angry person by being like, I'm sorry, you know, like, just don't hit me, don't hit me. You're encouraging the guy to come in and be more aggressive. They become emboldened. They start to think, yes, I've got this person. And in my own anecdotal evidence, my own anecdotal stories, like as a young martial artist going into pubs, I got into a few altercations because I would get aggressors coming up, like start pushing, like being aggressive, trying to dominate the area. I would like kind of like, look, I don't want to fight, I don't want to fight. I'd be scared. Like I'd get hit, the fight would start. Fortunately for me, I always came out on top, but the fight happened. You know, as soon as I started reading books, especially like Jeff Thompson books back in the day, I don't know if anyone else has read those books. As soon as I started learning about the fence, keeping that person at bay, using verbal fences, you know, stay there, don't come towards me, don't come near me, like acting like, not that you want a fight, but like you're prepared if there is an altercation, stops that person from coming in and doing the attack. After that, I never got into another fight once I learned how to manage distance, how to manage verbally to de-escalate a situation.
Back off.
Quite often, I'm not even having to talk, just back off, mate. Back off.
Back off. Don't. Back off. Don't. Back off.
Is enough to stop an aggressive person from coming near you. If they touch your hand, that's the time to push them back. And what that does naturally is it makes the person want to get the hell out of there. It doesn't generally make them want to come and hit. What makes a person want to hit you is when you start to fawn, when you start to turn away. Don't do it. Don't start a fight, but don't allow somebody to bully, intimidate, and impose their dominance over you. It will lead to you getting hurt. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you want to see any more of these videos. Catch you all soon.
Are you addicted to crack?
The crack.
Gee.